Alright, I think I'm going live. Oops. Just takes a while to get all this stuff ready. So, I gotta figure out how to put this thing in here. Oh boy, googly moogly, what have I done now? No. Uh-oh. What have I done? There we go. Get this strapped in here. Oh, googly moogly. I'm telling you what, man. I'm getting too old to figure out how to do these live streamy thingies. No, Tux, quit. Move out of the way, baby. No, you're not going to be the spotlight tonight. Googly moogly. Would you move? Oh, where's one of my clips? Yeah, one of my heater clips that you stole. Didn't you? You're a bad, bad, bad little boy. Yes, you are. Hello everybody. Googly moogly. If y'all can hear me, just type in, yes, I hear you. That way I know I'm being heard. And I went a little early because, man, I always had problems starting the stream. I know there was some people carrying over till 8 and blah, blah, blah. So shout out to me if you can hear me. I know there's at least one person on here. No, maybe not. Okay. Would you quit? Tux, I really don't need you right now, baby. Alright, cool. Would you move, sweetheart? I'll tell the reasons why I moved to Tuesday. Well, Joseph, you probably know the reason I moved to Tuesdays. Anywho, I'll get started out here in a second or two. Man, I'm not getting much frames per second. Huh. Would you quit? I don't know why you always gotta be in the picture. Why you gotta be in the picture? Nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to see him. No, no one wants to see him. Alright, again, I don't know if this new time slot's gonna work for me, Joseph, and we'll kind of go from there. Meanwhile, I have done this much. I have switched over to black tubing from Aquarium Co-op. But then I'm getting some problems. And I need to figure out why I'm not really getting a bubbling going. And I clean all the filters. Maybe I need to take, I don't know, something to stick them down the freaking drains. I don't know. But again, I went on a little early. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. Just kind of let it roll, baby. Let it roll. Because that's what I always do. I let it roll. Meantime, let me feed these guys. I don't know. They want spirulina flakes today. They probably want brine shrimp. I'm trying to get my brine shrimp hatchery kicking. Boy, did you eat... Tux, did you eat my brine shrimp? Oh. No, egg flake. Egg flake's what we're doing. Yeah, we'll do some egg flake. Googly moogly. Oh, I did put the black. No, I haven't changed this out with the black line yet. What I mean by that, Aquarium Co-op's tubing. My goodness, this stuff. if y'all have seen the video on it, it is very flexible, easy to attach to anything. So I definitely plan on using that in the future. I don't know what I did with the rest of it. Got a bunch of it around here, but like I say, we'll continue. I don't know if this new time thing's gonna work or not. Because I know on Tuesdays there's like 3 other people that do 8 o'clocks, and I just saw somebody get on that's not really part of us, the Secret Life to Aquariums, I believe, and he gets kind of an audience. I'm having a real hard time getting a placement where I'm not overrun, if you will. I don't know, there's like 2 other people that get on here. But anyways, hang in there. It's not even officially 8 o'clock yet, and we'll see if we get other people to join. And if not, it'll be a quick Tuesday, and I'll just give it up, man. I'll just give it up, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, the biggest thing I've been doing is changing filters. And, you know, no, I'm not going to lift that up. I use the pond pump down there. And, you know, it drains out to there. But I've been using Aquariums Co-op branded airlines, man. And, hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, now I'm maybe on time. Whoops. Trying to make sure I don't lose the iPod here. I'm not going to keep you on too long at all. But y'all ever have problems with sponge filters that you clean them, you rinse them out, they bubble good for a day or two, and I'm using very coarse ones that I got from China, and I probably got some from Aquarium Co-op, I probably got some from, you know, wherever. I don't like using the fine ones, but they bubble good for a day or two and then kind of die out. You know, I have no idea. I'm gonna definitely, after we're done here, take them apart and then go down the middles of them with like a very small screwdriver, or, you know, I got other tools to kind of make sure that they're not clogged up. It could also be that pump there, the AP8, it's been a really good one. It could be that's wearing out. So I might, hey, Scott's Aquatics, how you doing? It could be that thing's wearing out. You know, I don't know. But you see a couple of the new black lines in. I don't even know. Yeah, I released a video on that. Never mind. Aquariums Co-op stuff. Man, it's so easy to attach. It's a no-brainer. Compared to my stuff. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. His stuff is completely way better than mine. Okay? I mean, it's just standard airline tubing. His stuff, Aquarium Co-ops, is just freaking amazing, man. It bends, it molds, uh-oh. Oops, sorry. It attaches to anything. But, again, it was so easy putting it up there. So I'm going to double check this pump up there. And I don't know. I've got it maxed, but I'm not getting... Again, the sponges will bubble. Well, of course, that one's going to town. And I even shut down the little green valve back there. But this one's not going so much. And they're both split off the same thing. I don't know, people. If I gotta figure out a better way to work these, air filters out, or sponge filters. So I don't know. But anywho, like I said, I'm not gonna. Alright, from Petco and the air, were they called the no clog air stones? But generally, well, here's a question. Here's a question to you. Do you all put air stones at the bottom of your sponges? See, that might be part of my problem. I just run the air line down into the sponge, and I don't drop a line from underneath and into it. So that could be part of the problem of why, I don't consistently get great airflow. So is that what you're talking about, Scott? So if you're doing that, that's not what I'm doing. So let me hear your opinions on that. I'm not sure. I never thought about that. But then but keep in mind, each of these tanks is on a separate air stone. That empty tank has got some fish coming next week. But yeah, if you're, again, I never thought about that, man. If you're, See, I just thought adding another line on the bottom and adding an air stone was just kind of, underneath it was kind of adding more problems and less prone to pick stuff up. I have no idea. No idea at all, man. But anywho, we'll kind of keep going, I guess. Now, some aquariums like these, I don't have too many problems, but you notice they're pretty large bubbles, some of them coming from the bottom. Well, this is a finer filter, so yeah, it probably needs to be taken care of. That was doing really well. And you'll notice on this one, I don't have the extension tube on there. And the main reason being, well, first of all, it fell in the tank, I believe. And second of all, it wasn't fitting anymore. But both of these are run by a simple, I like APs, if you will. That's AP 100, which is way overpowered. So I'll probably do some changes in there. So, and I probably am running too much on these 6 tanks by relying on an AP8? Yeah, I believe that's what it is. A Danier AP8 or something. So I need to probably double up. But again, I'm not sure at this point if Tuesdays is going to work for me too well. I don't know. I think there's a lot of 8 o'clocks going on. Do y'all know of any 8 o'clocks going on besides me? I think the Secret Aquarium of History is on. I'm not sure who else. It's just so hard to get a time, if you will. I appreciate y'all just watching to watch. I don't have a ton of subjects tonight, if you will. Trying to get these bad boys to breed for 1.5 years, and they're cool. I want to call them ice albinos, but man, I'm having such a hard time keeping them going. But they are much happier. I don't know if y'all saw the video of where I got the Aquarion heaters, if you will. They replaced, I sent in 3, they gave me an extra with 4 because I told them the 4th one I threw away. They replaced them with glass heaters, if you will. But the cool part, let me have that gun, honey. Alright, it's on the cat. Ooh, that's probably a bit too warm there, people. Yeah, I'm going to probably lower it down a bit. My goal, originally it was 69 without the heater. Okay? Wow. Alright, I'm going to lower that down a little bit. My goal was to feed a ton of them and get them to breed quicker, get more fry. But, you know, the whole thing is you got to feed them a ton, clean the water a ton, yada yada yada. You know, so I don't know if y'all have experience in that or how you do it. Again, my water change system, well, again, it's a pond pump, so it's very slow going. I need to one day worry about putting in an auto change system, if you will, and kind of go from there. So, well, look who took over my chair. Yeah, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But old Tux, I guess I wasn't getting enough attention, he decided to take over my chair, if you will. So I hope everybody's doing pretty good. Y'all got any advice or questions? If you do, type away. If you just simply turn the video on to give me some views, man, I appreciate it. I really do. A little shocked that 8:10 there's not more on. Heck, even on Fridays I was averaging, well, not many more. No one watches me at all. But I don't know. Any advice anybody's got, I'll be happy to take it. I'm going to expand a little bit this year. Not tank-wise, I don't think. We're going to do an all-male guppy sale to get rid of some of these. As a lot of you know, if you breed nothing but blue types, well, you're going to see some red come in there. And I'm a bad fish daddy. Yes, you're supposed to separate the red from the freaking blues, man, to keep the blues pure. But I kind of like the way they look. Decided to kind of keep them that way, if you will, for now. Because most of these lines are really done. They really are. That's nothing but mutt guppies. And there's some beautiful ones in there. And if anything, if I could ever get back these half-black albinos, and I don't know if you see him, he's got a little pinkish on his tail. Oh, I don't want the ribbon fins. I want the normal ones. Yeah, if I could ever get a chance to get those back, I would. Oh, there's one of the red ones, I believe. Yeah, there he goes. And again, in their own right, they are cool. This breed was the best performing for me. I got these from King Lee. Have no idea if y'all know who he is. He was kind of big on the scene for a while. He's kind of dialed it back, if you will. He even did a bunch of fish shows and got around Aquarium Co-op and Corey. Got to know some of them guys, and Corey even visited his place, man. I got these about 3 or 4 years ago from him, and these blues, man, I sold these forever. You know, once I got them breeding, I mean, they were, what, $35, $40 a trio a pop, maybe even 50, you know, at some points. But again, I appreciate everybody watching. Kind of shocked very few people have joined. I think the part of the problem is there's too many people online right now. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna let this go about 15 more minutes, and more people don't join. I don't see a point in continuing. It's just gonna be a. I'm gonna have to start checking the demographics and analytics and everything else, man, to figure out. a good time for me to be on. There's just so many people out there that get hundreds of followers, or thousands and thousands of followers, that if they're on at the same time I am, there's no way I'm going to get any portion of that. But I absolutely appreciate, the followers I do get, the people that do watch. It takes a lot of time and effort, people, to, do these things. Another thing I need to do, once again, I hate plugging the competition, if you will. I need to unseal this and start dosing it. There's an old bottle. Another thing I tried for a while was Force XL. I mean, maybe that's a good thing to try. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've used it a little bit, and whenever I ship fish, I use Prime #1 and Stress Guard. I combine both chemicals together when I'm shipping fish, and I actually have a chart. I'll bring it to you because this light's a little thing. This is kind of a way to break it down. I used to use 1 drop of Prime, in a bag, and 1 little drop of Stress Guard. Probably overkill, because 1 little drop goes a long way in a bag, if you will. But I don't know. Oh man, not picking up much traffic tonight. Well, Tuesdays might be a bad day for old Fancytailaquatics. Good glimmer. Huh. Well, just so with Fridays, I did a little bit better there. Oh, good glimmer. I'll give it a little bit longer, and again, I know it started a little early, but people don't have questions and they're not asking things. I don't really know how to answer them. That's how y'all probably seen that before. That's how I get water, into the 33 gallon. One of these days I'm about to be like Michael and all these other YouTubers and do an auto water change system. I just don't know how I would do it, because of the way everything is set up. I never, in my wildest dreams, thought I'd have more than 1 or 2 tanks. And especially way back there, I don't know how I would ever set anything up. I have no freaking clue. No clue, man. None whatsoever. Yeah, I don't know if we can get a closer view on these guys, but they're kind of cool. And I've had these for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and we got to lower the water or the heater temperature now that I know. But I don't kind of get it. I'm lucky there's been a male in there, that I haven't killed off all the males. The most I've ever seen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. The person I got these from years ago, they don't have them anymore. And that's a common thing. Like, people ask me all the time, do you got blue Moscows, purple Moscows, red Moscows, albino reds, this and that? Man, I cannot find them anymore, people. I can't. Everybody has, the people I used to get them from just don't breed them anymore. And there's certain people now that only breed half black types, or only breed this and that. Outside of going to Taiwan and, RREA and that type of things and imports, I can't find anything, and I have no idea how well those guys will breed true anyway. You know, before I sell a fish, I'll put him in an aquarium for a year or so, obviously, as he's been, and if I could ever get an explosion of babies and they kind of breed true, I like to see 80% true or better. Um, Preferably 85%, maybe 90%. That's kind of pushing it sometimes. Um, which means you'll get at least 5, 10 generations probably if you separate the culls, and that type of thing. But other than that, it's just really, really hard to find good quality fish. And, I've always said American bred, American raised. Um, I include imported fish from there because if I put them in a tank, you know, like this bottom tank that's empty, and I breed and raise them for a year and cull them out and separate them, because I won't sell any fish before 9 months to a year. I just gotta see, are they true or not? And if they are, then I can claim they're American raised, American bred, and they breed X amount true. If they breed under 80% true, I won't sell them. Period. They'll just go in one of the multiple coal tanks. Like originally, these guys were supposed to be Japan blues. Well, I don't know. You got to believe what you hear, people. Or Japanese blues or whatever they're called. I forget now. I have to go look at my log sheet because every time I get a fish in, I do an Excel file on who the breeder was, what they called it, and Hawaiian blues. That's what these were supposed to be. And I think a lot of times you'll get fish from a breeder, and what they're going to do is they're going to give you, let's say they know their fish is breeding out, they'll give you the most colorful male they've got, any random 2 females, and show you the picture of the male and say, hey, these are breeding true, when in fact they aren't, because they've already bred the line down so far, maybe over years, and just not, part of the problem is getting other lineages, to put in with the breeds, if you know what I'm saying. And if you can't find other new blood, to eventually put into yours without years and years of researching and trying to find things, well, next thing you know, that tequila sunrise is no longer, that half black albino is no longer here, that deep dark purple Moscow is no longer here. And that was a problem with like my purple Moscows, my best sellers ever. And I started kind of putting them in other tanks. I could not, for the life of me, find another freaking breeder to ever deal with. To introduce new blood in there. So that's kind of why I'm stuck. So if anybody's got any advice at all on how to get continuous lines, and I've looked into overseas, ordering. Well, my God, that's pricey. First of all, usually they require you to have a transshipper. Okay, well, by the time you pay the $70 for a trio to get here from Taiwan or wherever, then you pay the transshipper fees, the reboxing fees. I guess they pick them up from the airport. I don't know what they do. And by the time you do all that, what if they get to you and they're dead? I have no idea if you can get your money back. So, anybody that's going to watch this after the fact, fill me in on how transshippers work. I know there's a couple guys up around I want to say one around Chicago, one around somewhere else, and blah, blah, blah. And I know certain people that order thousands of dollars worth of fish, at a time. Um, Again, I don't know how well they bred true from the breeder. I don't know how well they're going to breed true. And what are all my fees involved? Does suddenly that $70 trio or $60 trio become $150 a trio? That's fine if I know it up front, but what if I lose the male right off the bat? And the females don't give birth? Well, you spent a ton of money for a ton of nothing, So that's kind of why I'm hesitant to do it. I'd rather buy from people who already do this. That could give me assurances, people I can trust, and say, yo, Scott, Fancytailaquatics, here's what I got, man. Here's how well they breed, and not lie to me. And I can cut you a deal if you order a couple trios for X amount. Feel free, man. At the bottom of this is going to be there'll be an email address down there. So if y'all know anybody, and I keep hitting dead roads, a lot of times people say, hey, I'll be in touch with you. They get in touch with me, everything's fine, and then it just breaks down from there. That gets a little rough. And I'm looking for anything at all that's blue, purple, red. Those type. I don't care if it's Numbo related. I don't care if it's red albinos or even red snakeskins, red deltas, whatever. Half black, whites or albinos, whatever you want to call them. Those I like. But I got half black reds I can't sell for the life of me. And half black blues are fading out. So, again, I don't understand why nobody really likes those. But apparently they're more after the fantail type thing. They don't want to have black in the middle of the body. Matter of fact, they want a lot of fish that kind of look like out of that tank that would breed true. I mean, a lot of those are beautiful fish. Some have green, kind of getting some green in them. I don't like green because green can throw it any different way at any different point. But, like this guy. Hear me to anything at all that you think would help, I would definitely appreciate it. But it's almost 8:30, and again, no offense to anyone joining. I really, really, really appreciate each and every one of you watching. Whoever's out there, Scott and Joseph and whoever else. But yeah, this time slot's not really working for me, and there might be too many people out there. So I'm gonna have to go look into analytics and check out who else runs the date on Tuesdays, and maybe move this to another day where I'm not competing against somebody that might have 100,000 subscribers. For all I know, Aquarium Co-op's running right now, or LR Brett's, or whoever. I have no idea. So, I didn't mean to cut this short. I wanted to go an hour, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. So, thank you to each and every one of you all who bothered to stay and watch all this. Again, I appreciate it. Tux, who you can barely see, appreciates it. Him tuckered out. His bottom fish, which I could never get the thing mounted too low enough, appreciate it all out. I forget what's in there. Mutts, I think. That was originally supposed to be American Blues, maybe? I don't know what's in there. I'm going to check it all out. But again, I really, really, really appreciate each and every one of you, man. This makes all the freaking difference in the world. You know, things like that keep me going. Even when I'm not getting a ton of views or a ton of subs, just people sending in letters, you know. I really, really appreciate that. One of these days I gotta do something with all the freaking nets. Alright, everybody. I'm gonna jump off here. But again, thank you. Thank you so much from my heart. And you all have a good one.